Good morning, everyone. Wednesday morning. It's a lovely morning. It's quite warm. Birds are singing in the trees, and it's time for the Crystal Palace Boot Fair. Crystal Palace is quite away for me, and when it's finished, you kind of like driving back just as the traffic's getting up, and driving back from Crystal Palace isn't fun. But you have to go, don't you? I mean, I don't think I've picked up anything that major. I was saying last week that it tends to be a lot of the traders and the, stalls that I know and I know are quite pricey. And I can't remember the last time I saw something really outstanding up there, because you don't get a lot of, normal houses clearing. I did see a guy selling an N64 up there with the red jumper pack, but he wanted £70. And it did end up selling for £50 actually, which, is probably flippable, but not the sort of flip I like. I like my kind of like, hopefully get it for less than a fiver and flip it for over sort of 60 or 70. That's what car booting for me is about. I'm trying to find that. I mean, I do get a lot of selling things at double, 3 times, 4 times, but those little gems are what I'm after. So we'll see if we can get any of those today. Who knows? Might be something that people miss. But like I say, it's actually quite light this morning, so it's quite nice. I'm going to whip round, be Mr. Focused, and try and, get some good bits. And then I might do some filming. I might see if I can film Happy Chap up there. He normally whizzes around like anything, so trying to sort of like pin him down is impossible. But we will see how we do. So I will report back a bit later, hopefully with a load of booty. Okay, I'm going to get straight on with a back from the boot fair. I've just got back. Kettle is on. I picked up one of these. I think they're called Lazy Butlers. Is it a Lazy Butler? Tell me if I'm wrong. This is inspiration from the Retro Pursuit, who loves this sort of thing. So it's the first time I've ever picked one up. I've always sort of seen them in Lee's trolley and thought, I wouldn't mind picking one of those up. The only thing I can see wrong with it, I don't actually know what all these bits are for, but there's a ball missing here that is on the other end. I don't know if I'll be able to buy that. I don't quite know what that would be for. Hanging a shirt on or something, or hanging a pair of trousers probably. It's got this, and that goes on the back, and there's a wing nut. So it's all there. It probably needs a bit of a clean up. That costs £4. I'm hoping that's a very good buy. We've got loads of Le Creuset. So there's a blue. I've gone for the stuff in better condition, so that'll clean up. But no cracks or anything there. That was a £5. Hotter shoes again. There were 2 pairs. These look new. Look totally unworn. There was another pair new in box, but they were boots, and they were a kind of white colour, and I didn't think they were that sellable, so I left those. But these were actually £4 because he wanted a £5, but I said because it's got no box, will you do it for £4? Let's quickly go over here. There's an old Samsung. Now I bought this, and he was saying, it's just an HDD DVD, but it is VHS as well. It does look very dirty and dusty, but it was a tenner, so that's well in the range of what I'm going to pay for. If it doesn't work, it probably spares and repairs about 20, 30, something like that. If it does work, I imagine it's at least 60, could be a lot more if it's a sought after make, but it needs a good old clean up. I was wondering, like, after you clean these up, whether you can get something you could spray these things in, because it's only like a bit of metal that's sprayed. I'm sure I could get something from Halfords, but that's one to think about. We'll just see if it works first. Got a Sinclair ZX Spectrum. This, you may well have seen this on Happy Chap's haul video, because I got it off him, and it's basically the Spectrum. I'm assuming it's a 48K. I need a good clean. There's a printer, so that's quite interesting. RF cable there, RF lead, power supply for the printer, power supply for the Spectrum with cracked case, but we'll see what that does. And a book, and I think Jet Set Willy was in here as well. So when I bought my Spectrum, that was the first game I bought for it. So that's quite interesting. Got Mog. You could buy these at Sainsbury's a few years ago. That cost £1. Sell for about 15, I think. 15-ish. A couple of these lamps. This is kind of Global Thrifters inspired. Does need a clean up. They were £3 each. A couple more Le Creuset. These were £5 each. Good condition. Might be a tiny if there's a tiny chip on the edge, but clean upable. Yeah, there we go. Is that I saw tiny little chip there. The reason I got these is I did get a set of 5 with a display case, which I bought a while ago, and they were £40. But there were a couple of the pans were really in a bad state. And if these pans are the same pans, I'm going to sort of flip them over so I get a better set. I thought just paying £5 for them, it was well worth doing that, to try and get a sale on the other one. I've got the other one up for, I think I've got it up for 150. I'm sending offers of around 120. I bought it for 40, so we'll see how we go. Right, all these baby clothes. This is to do with something under my coat, so I'll show you that in a minute. This is the Le Creuset lid. I just bought it, huge orange lid. Always handy to have. That was a £5. A MW3. I was told what that is. I've forgotten. It's like Medal of Honor or something, but I can't remember what it is. That was a £5. Xbox 360. That was £1. And lastly, and do brace yourself, it is $3. I seem to remember Z had this sort of thing. He had some hideous looking baby dolly things. Oh my god, look at that. So this is a new one for me. I cannot wait to get rid of them because I don't want them hanging around. I'm going to have to look up the make. But I think it's these dolly things that are quite expensive because they're sort of quite realistic. I hope so anyway. I hope I can sell them. Absolutely hideous, aren't they? Oh my god. As if having real children isn't bad enough, who would want one of those? But there you go. That's a horrific thumbnail if ever I saw one. Yes, no gaming stuff today. That had all been snuffled away by other people. But yeah, it's good to get a bit of Le Creuset. I was going around for quite a bit thinking, am I going to get anything at all? And but I was glad I got this. Be good to see. I have no idea how I'm going to pack that sort of thing. Just find a big old box, but it'd be interesting to see what that goes for. And stuff like the lamps as well. Stuff I've seen other people get and never really got myself. So we'll see how we do with that. But these, oh, if anybody wants these, please send me a message, and I'll get those to you straight away. I want them out of the house. I think they're going to come alive at night time when I'm fast asleep, and start attacking me. Anyway, take it easy. Hope you got some good pickups. I'll see you soon.